Okay guys, this is part 2. I just glued these birds on and outlined them with just a regular ink pen. I'm just going to put a little bit of background stamping on this, just to give it a little bit of dimension and interest. I should have done this before I put it on the birds, before I put the birds on. But I decided that it just needed something in the back. So it really doesn't matter to me what the image is back there. This is just some flower stamps that I got at the Creative Reuse. I just thought it needed something in the back. I'm also trying to print my sentiment off my computer. Deciding to print it now. And I also want to give my birds some wings. I want the wings to stand out, so I'm going to use this polka dot black and white paper, and I'm going to use my little heart punch. Whoops, I dropped that one. I already glued him down. Looks like I can get him back up. So let's give that guy underneath his wing. Now if I wanted it to look like it was flying, I would put it up, but since they're at rest, I'm going to put the heart down. You guys can't even see what I'm doing. I was just putting glue on there. Okay, I'm going to put his wing, or her wing. I assume this is the boy. I made his face, tried to make his face look a little, they're the same size, but I tried to make his face look a little bit more masculine by putting his eye higher. And, whoops, I want her wing to go down. They're resting. And I tried to make her face look a little bit more feminine by putting her eye a little bit lower, so it made her head look puffier. And then I'm going to go back in and just give her some little lashes. So she looks female and he looks male. Could give him like a little bit of lash. Yeah, okay. And my words are way too big, so let me redo this. saw me create these two. The birds say cuddling sounds so good right now. And the teacups or coffee mugs say coffee is a hug in a mug. You saw me do those two. And then I created this one. And it says savoring the summer. Now this text I got out of a magazine. These I got in a pocket letter, I believe. And they are stickers. I just peeled off the pop dots that came on the back of the bird. And it's kind of a fabric, a felt. So I put it on this one and then I just outlined it with a Sharpie marker. I did lightly outline the bird with the Sharpie marker as well. And that is all I did with that one. That one was super easy. And then this one, this is just something else that I got in a pocket letter or flip book, I don't remember. This is something else that I got in a pocket letter or a flip book, I don't remember which. Sorry, it's hard to get it right in the center of the camera. These are just some paper flowers from the paper studio. And these are from the paper studio as well, these little roses. These are the flowers that I make, and I will put a link to these. If you want to learn how to make those, they're out of book pages that I paint and cut with a paper punch, and then I make them. This is a banner that I make. And this one, the background is pretty much covered up, but you can see it peeking through a bit. But I think it turned out really cute. So again, if you want to have a chance at trading me for these, go to the Facebook page ATC Trades, Tips, and Tutorials. That's where you can find these along with a bunch of other wonderful artists. And that's where they'll be. So I'm sorry I didn't get these two, the process done. I thought I had turned on my camera and I didn't. So, but these two were rather simple because I just used stuff that I got in Happy Mail to finish those off. Whereas these two are clip art that I had. These mugs, I actually traced these. These were a template that I found online, and I actually painstakingly traced these and cut these out a long time ago. Sometimes I just feel like tracing and cutting. I find it relaxing, even little tiny things like this. So at one point, I just sat one night watching YouTube videos and I cut a bunch of these little cups, mugs out. So, and then I just keep them stashed for when I go to do things like this. I just have them, and then I just stacked them. So, and the same thing with these birds. I hand cut out all of these birds. These aren't a die cut or anything that I cut out on my Cricut. I found these little templates and I traced them and cut them out. Sometimes I just like to do that. So, yeah, you know, that's just, even if you don't know what you're going to use those for, if you know, if you're like me and sometimes it's relaxing to just sit down and cut things out, you know, just, even if you don't have a use for them, it's good. That's a good way to build up your stash, is just to simply sit down. And this would be a good one to trace too, is to take it apart. I mean, you could take this bird's wing off really easily, trace his wing, and trace, if you don't have a computer, well, obviously you have a computer, you might just have a phone, but you could take this apart, trace him, and put him back together and reuse it, but cut it out. I mean, that would be a simple template to use. So yeah, you can do simple things like that. I'm sorry, I think that I can't stop yawning. I think that the summer heat bug has just totally hit me today. The girls are also in there laying down, and that's not like them at all, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know if my husband's off on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and we were really busy both days. We went out on Wednesday. If you want to see what we did on Wednesday, we went to Loveland Lake, and we just went, and did some things, and I filmed part of that if you want to watch that. But we were out all day then, and then yesterday I reorganized the craft room, and the girls were outside swimming and just playing outside, and I'm telling you, we are just beat today, so I apologize for yawning and just not being with it today. Wow, I don't know what's with me. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching part 2. If you missed part 1, that will be linked below. But yeah, I think they came out really good. I'm happy with them. I hope you like them. I hope you guys have a good afternoon. Let me start over. I hope you guys have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And as always, God bless. Goodbye, everybody.